What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia, and I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Now, I just realized something very crazy. I never did a Destiny 2 review. Well, I'm going to do a Destiny 2 review for you guys right now because I have to be honest. I think I'm pretty much done with Destiny. I know, it sounds crazy because I actually like the game, but I actually hate the game more than I like it. And that's where the problem starts to come in. When I start thinking about all the things that were wrong in Destiny 1, or vanilla Destiny as we like to call it, there were some good things, okay? It was snappy. The shooting mechanics were fantastic. It didn't have a story, but you know what? You were willing to let that slide because it kept telling you that one day the story's going to come. And I know a book is supposed to have a story. Well, this one just has a blank page and a really cool cover. And that's okay. We let it slide. But somewhere along the way, I started to get hip onto Bungie's little garbage. After putting hundreds of hours into Destiny 1, maxing out the character multiple times, I had to come to a conclusion that Destiny 2 was going to be something different. It was going to be grand. It was going to fix all the problems that Destiny 1 had. And it's going to do it in a heartbeat and do it in a very seamless, cool way. But here's where everything starts to go wrong. Destiny 2 fixes problems that were never problems in Destiny 1, i.e. the whole entire ranking leveling up thing. Let me tell you guys something about Destiny 2. Destiny 2 has no point in being a maxed out character. Now, my character is 305. You can get no higher than 305 right now in this season, but there's no point in being anything higher than what you are when you beat the game originally. And I know what you're thinking. There's all kind of reasons because you get a higher power level. Do you? Do you really? See, in vanilla Destiny, the characters were actually enemies would actually have, you know, some kind of health bars. If they were too powerful for you, they would have question marks all across the board. Just question marks. Which basically means you can't hurt them no matter what you do. And that lets you know that you were too weak to deal with these characters. However, in Destiny 2, they don't say power level 6 like it would in vanilla Destiny when you would show up and their light level would be 6 and you would be like a 28 and you smack them down in one fell swoop, like smack. You just straight shaft them. You just smack them right across the face and then they just die instantly. And that made you feel good because you grinded to get powerful enough to hurt these characters. Well, now they have these weird looking symbols. They basically have the same light level you have, no matter how powerful you are. Think about that for a second. If you're a 305, it doesn't matter because they're the same light level as you. If you're a power level 200, they're the same power level as you. It makes everything that you do null and void. You see, the whole entire thing about RNG and you deal with the problems and the lack of story. But when you start messing with the power level, now you've got my attention. Let's think about this for a second. People back when they would do LFG or Lufka, as I like to call it, they will go out of their way to get people who had higher light levels. They would say no one lower than a power level 40 with Galahorn, and you gotta have Icebreaker, and you gotta have all these cool toys to be able to play with us, because if not, you're gonna be too weak to play. Well, Bungie decided they wanted to fix that problem by making everybody the same light level, no matter how high your power level, I guess they want to call it now, is. Think about it. If you're a power level 200, you can cause just as much damage as a power 304 or 305. If you look at it, they've done it in Trials of Osiris, or Trials of Miley Cyrus, as I like to call it. Iron Banana. Yeah, Mr. Salad Man gets out the same stuff, the same power level as everybody else, and everybody is on equal footing. That is not the point of a game which you are required to grind in. If you can grind for hundreds of hours and then have someone come in at power level 100 and beat you down, that is an insult to all of your time and all of your effort. Now, that's not all. They switched everything to this weird coin faction token thing. Everything has tokens. It doesn't matter if you talk to Zavala with his blatant bland personality. If you go talk to everybody, they all have tokens, and everything you do is based on tokens. The more tokens you have, the more odds of getting more random RNG you actually have. Now, I actually miss vanilla Destiny where they let you pick the things that you got. Like when you wanted to get something from, say, a faction, you would be able to pick the package you want. I want armor. I want a weapon. I want random, material type stuff. You could pick these things in vanilla Destiny 1, but they decided they're going to go straight RNG. So now you go there with your coins and you cash out, and then you see that you get nothing. And Iron Banana ruined it. It made it even worse. It exposed it for what it is. I actually got so much Iron Banana stuff that were just guns. I didn't get any of the armor I wanted. See, back in the day, you could just go up to, Salad Man, or, we can go up to Salad Man and say, hey, Salad Man, I want to get this chest piece. And you can only get that at like Iron Banana level 3. Well, now they got rid of that. So now it's just RNG. It's whatever Iron Banana wants to give you. And that's not fair. It's not fair. They switched everything to this Chuck E. Cheese token system, and it just drove everyone crazy. There's no one complaining about Iron Banana the way it was before. We actually liked when you got level 3, level 4, and level 5, and you maxed out, but you can buy everything in these packages. No one had a complaint about that. So Bungie fixed a problem that wasn't a problem. They also did the same thing with the tokens and the factions and everything you get from that. No one asked you to switch to this token system. This token system is supposed to make everything fair across the board, nothing special. Every gun is exactly the same. If you think about it, it doesn't matter if you have an exotic. They all have the same damage level. Everything is equal. You can have all blues, and these exotics don't really feel exotic anymore. Gjallarhorn, which everyone hated, was probably the most powerful weapon in the game. Then you had Icebreaker, and then you had, all the cool that everyone would have. They would have like, Foil and, Vex Mythoclast, all these things like that. They were powerful weapons that made people want to get their hands on it. You were just like drooling, and you were upset because you never got Gjallarhorn. Why? Because it was the most powerful rocket launcher in the game. Tell me, in Destiny 2, do they have a Gjallarhorn? Not a Gjallarhorn specifically by name. I'm talking about a Gjallarhorn class weapon where it's so powerful that everyone's drooling to get their hands on it. No. Everybody has the same weapon. There's no special weapons here. Everyone's like, hey, do you have a Merciless? Yes, because you could buy it from Xur. There's nothing special about any of the weapons in this game. There's no coveting of these weapons. There's no drooling over these weapons like, oh man, I'm going to bust my butt so I can get my hands on it. And when you saw the people that had 15, everyone had Gjallarhorns and you didn't have one, you felt this like anger. You're like, okay, well, I got, truth. They nerfed all the weapons. Every weapon is completely useless now. When you think about the rocket launchers, truth, everything no longer has 3 rounds inside of it. Everything's a 1-rounder. 1 round and that's it. By the time you even try and reload, you're dead. Especially in Iron Banana or any kind of, PvP games, you're pretty much dead. So when you have characters that are all basically equal, no matter how powerful they are, when you have, PvE characters that are super powerful, because they just are, no matter what you are, they'll always be just as strong as you. Skanks and Shanks, they can just beat you in 10 seconds. What's the point? What am I doing here? And I found myself wandering around here going, what am I doing? Destiny 2 was supposed to be a very special game. It was supposed to be a game that got rid of all the drama and all the problems that we experienced in Destiny 1. A wide variety of loot and missions and backstories and you name it. Lost sectors are supposed to mean something. But do they mean anything? Do you care about the lost sectors? Once you hit a certain light power level, there's no point in going to the lost sectors because they don't give you anything. Think about it, everybody. So this is where I find myself at a bit of an impasse. Should I continue playing this game? I don't think so. We got Anthem coming, everybody, and I hope Anthem actually beats Destiny 2 so that Bungie can get off their butt and actually make a game that is worth playing. Think about it. I am actually very sad to say this because I do enjoy, the shooting of the characters in the faces, but at the same time, I actually resent the fact that I'm floating in orbit the same as I did in Destiny 1. Floating in orbit, trying to figure out something to do. When they created these things that give out powerful gear, and that's it, once a week, they've eliminated your reason to do anything else outside of just doing the little whatever thing you do every week when you go stand there and you beat some random public event until they give you some powerful gear. Where you go play Crucible for a couple of matches and then all of a sudden you get some powerful gear. Outside of doing this one day, once a week event thing, what else is left? And especially if you're a 305, you have no reason to do any of them. So now I have to wait. I have to wait till December to see what new thing they're going to randomly have me do, which Bungie hasn't even finished yet because they seem to be asking everybody for their opinion. Hey guys, what do you guys think we should do, with this whole entire thing in December? And it's like, shouldn't you already know? I already paid for it in the expansion, in the whole entire special edition. I paid for 2 expansions. You don't know what you're doing in the expansions yet? Where am I supposed to go with this? I would hope that they would have learned their lesson and that they would have made so much content that we would be drowning in it. Not fetch quests, not, hey guys, come in here and, get some random shards. No. I mean, actually putting forth the effort that is required to make this a really awesome game. And I keep feeling like I'm supposed to have this hope for what they're supposed to do in the future, but it never seems to come. This is 3 years. Destiny 2, 3+ years. Destiny 2 actually ended, a year ago. They literally said there's no more content for like a year, and we spent a year waiting for content. Everyone left, went on their merry way to play other games that are better. And at the end of the day, we all came back and said, this is going to be something different. And now they have the PC version. Yay. I get to go grab this same game for $60 without cross save. And then I get to go do everything I just did all over again. All over again. Why would I do that to myself? Because it looks prettier? No. I'm not buying Destiny 2 on PC unless they give it to me for free. And even then, I probably still wouldn't play it because why? I've done everything there is to do in this game. The factions are maxed out. I mean, my clan is maxed out for this season. There's nothing left for me here. So we all have to make a choice. Do we keep enabling them, throwing money at the screen? Do we keep buying our twerk emotes they're supposed to make us look cooler because we're flipping over digital tables? Again, we have to make a choice. And I feel like my choice is being made for me. If there's nothing left to do in this game, then there's no reason to play it. And I hate to say it, but you guys might have to make the same decision for yourself. Now, I keep saying I'm going to give them one more chance. But I'm running out of chances. I'm running out of patience. And before I leave, I'm going to bring up one more thing that actually made me very upset. The raid. This is like Prison of Elders ×2. That is what this has become. Prison of Elders ×2. And I know probably people are like, that's not true. That's not true. I'm like, is it? Think about it, everybody. This whole entire Destiny 2 thing was about Gary, Gall, whatever he wants to call himself. He's Gary. He made himself an actually pretty cool character. I actually started to hate him. And that is a good villain if you start to hate the villain. They made it all about Gary. And at the end of the whole entire thing, you beat Gary by yourself. By yourself, we were able to beat Gary. Every last one of you that have played Destiny 2 was able to beat Gary by yourself with a modicum of effort. Maybe you died once. Maybe you didn't die at all. So what does that say about the main boss if you can just beat him by yourself? And then after the end, they bust out a raid with some no-name brand person we don't even really know. We know about him from the Grimoire cards, which they got rid of. And they said they put the lore in the game, but I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. You got to fly around from place to place doing corny missions to get any kind of story out of it. So then you got this raid show up, and then he's not even really mad at you. He doesn't want to take anything over. He's just more there to make you do trials for fun. And he basically, think about it. Everywhere you go, it's like a prison of elders. They made it overly overpowered and overly annoying, but it is truly just a prison of elders, everybody. So you got a raid that was basically pointless. I don't even care about the dude. I'm just there in this big gaudy gold Donald Trump palace, walking around looking like a fool. And everyone's just playing and playing and playing and just doing the stuff that they have to do. So much like a Maury show or Steve Wilkos, if you don't have a life and stay home, it's pick a door time. What are we going to choose? Are we going to keep giving them money? Or are we going to wait for something like Anthem which I hope Anthem is like the Destiny killer, because Bungie will have to try. Right now they have no competition. You give them something like Anthem and they got problems. So I would hope that everyone would get it together. Everyone can all join together, hold hands, and say, Bungie, no more. Fix this. Fix this, and maybe I'll come back. I really want to like you, but I really have to hate you. Well, that's all the news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook so you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll holler at y'all later.